So I remember, I remember, how certain people, came into my life to reveal to me that I had failed, Yeah, it's such a, I'm ashamed to report that this is what my life is about. That I encountered these fucking low-life, fucking backwards, demon-possessed creeps, and it's just been a struggle ever since. And I haven't been able to accomplish much, except serve their the devil that they all work for. And so that's been right. Oh, and that somebody came to me and said, "Oh, you because you made a joke out of all your videos. Something happened similar to somebody else, and nobody believed him, and he killed himself. Yeah, human stupidity. I don't know. Human beings are not getting smarter. In recent years, they're getting weaker and less intelligent. And I know why. And I have a lot of the answers. I don't know, you want some quick fix, or you just think, well, that can't be true. It can't be as dark as he says. So I keep receiving notification of comments left, but then they don't appear in the comment section on the video. I don't know what you are seeing on your account, You may be seeing something different, So I guess Michael Seraphin left a comment on my most recent video, but it didn't show up, and I got part of it, and it was as though he was offering to assist me in possibly setting up a site or doing some kind of promotion, or for funding this documentary that I have planned, Listen, Michael, you could just email me, or you could just call me, 541-337-0350, and set that up. If I try to set up a site, I've done that in the past several times. Nothing ever came of it, and they did tell me, like 20 years ago, the CIA told me that if I try to make any money online, I will be they'll divert it. They have these really robust hacking tools, or like the giant pair of bolt cutters, or some big pair of shears, and they'll just cut in on anywhere along the line, and they'll splice in, and they'll divert it, and this is what they'll do. They can easily do that. I don't know if you'll be successful, Michael. I don't really know, but I suppose it's worth a shot. And if you do that, just talk to me. I will compensate you, with a portion of the proceeds, But I cannot pay you at this time. Just to let you know. Listen, Chris. People have been conditioned to get a little dopaminergic rush out of contributing something to somebody's cause online through some funding site, and they get to see their donation up there and all that jazz, and that's great. I think that's wonderful for people. It's not going to work for me. It's not going to work for me. I've tried it before, as I said. So, people think that it's unsafe to send money through the mail, send cash. You can do that trick where you crumple up some aluminum foil and smooth it out again on a cutting board, and take a box cutter and cut it, to where you got two halves that fold over, can be used to fold over the bills, if you want to do it that way. Or a money order is a very secure way. Money order is just very simple, The person whose name is on there, they're the only one who can convert that to cash, and you have the receipt in case they don't cash it, So yeah, that's a very secure way to go. It is somewhat inconvenient, of course, by comparison to an online transfer, but I'm down to doing that. So it's fairly safe. It's fairly secure. There's tampering with the mail, of course, is a felony. Of course, it's a felony because it's so easy to get away with. But I don't know if there are that many crooked mail handlers. And the most vulnerable time is when it's at in the mailbox. I would assume. So anyway. But if you're just normalcy biased, Chris, it's just like I'm not a normal person. This is not, a normal situation. So, people, could send me money, in a kind of an old-fashioned way. That would work, And it's a very good cause. It's a very, very, very good cause. I still have some potential in life to do some very good things, and I just need a little help. Irish Girl, your comments never show up. They never show up. I receive notification of them, and I can respond to them, but they never show up because they're so sympathetic. They don't want anybody seeing that. I need to look like the worst person imaginable. So, just letting you know. I don't know. I don't want you thinking I'm deleting your comments. That's not what's happening. Oh, and Tim Cameron, I guess you decided to show your hand at last. I always had a bad feeling about you, and I've received about a dozen notifications that you subscribed to me again. Like, Tim Cameron has subscribed to you. Tim Cameron has subscribed to you. Tim Cameron 619 has subscribed to you. It's like you're subscribing and unsubscribing, like, this is some little game you're playing. Well, I'm sorry that's your behavior profile, Tim. And I'm sorry, buddy. Yeah, that must be your real name, because you got this Scottish pride thing going. Just so you know, Tim, I'm part Irish myself, I'm sorry, Scottish myself. What the hell? I'm part Scottish myself, Tim. So. But yeah, you wanna smoke me, huh, Tim? Well, we're just gonna preserve your. I screenshotted your little comment. I hope if somebody in your neighborhood is being cooked, with your microwave transmitter, or your microwave gun, or microwave emitter, as they're called. And yeah, you can just buy those. I mean, like a physics professor will buy a microwave transmitter and receiver set, and then this thing that polarizes the wave, and it's like, oh, physics is fun. It's a great little demonstration aid in the classroom. Right. So I'm sure people just weaponize those, the transmitter part. And of course there are ones that are ready-made as a weapon, and they're very sophisticated by comparison. So Tim, if that's what you're doing, well, certainly somebody could contact me and or just display that video evidence that I will present in use against towards prosecuting you, Tim. I imagine you're going senile, or maybe you're on some new medication. Isn't that right, Tim? Well, good luck, buddy. Good luck. I'm sorry. Sorry, life has been so rough with you, Tim, that you have to torture people. But good luck anyhow. Okay. Yeah, I was remembering something, and this is something that's crossed my mind, many times in the past. One thing, I mean, at the age of 7, back in 1986, they asked me, had my family been in, had I had family members who were veterans, who'd been in various wars, and it just had never, I don't know that it had ever come up, I was aware that my father had been in the army, and he'd gone over to Germany, and he'd, I don't know, done some, I don't know, he'd driven a general around in a Jeep, and he'd played on the, what was it, the basketball team or the football team or something for the army. But that was about it. I mean, just, I mean, as it turns out, I learned later, of course, that I've had, various relatives on both sides of the family, stretching back, they were in different wars, and somebody on my mother's side of the family died in World War I, and so, I mean, there's actually a long history, but I didn't know that at the time, and that might have preserved me. I'm just saying. So, I mean, if they get a hold of you, kid, I mean, just, says, even if it's not true, just tell them that, yeah, oh yeah, I have all these relatives who fought, and some died in various wars. Learn the names of the wars, and some basic history about them, and and just make something up, there's times, I feel like I'd be better off dead, and just haunting you fuckers, and just haunting you fuckers, My knees, they don't feel too well. They don't feel too well, and it's very strange little sensations. I know that they installed systems to cause various forms of physical and mental degradation. Should I not follow the yellow brick road, or the golden path, Oh God. All right. That's enough of this.